bad time management, which actually brings me to the next tip, and that's the studying skills. With studying, be sure to spend enough time on each subject. Without studying, you will most likely fail a subject. If you didn't study or don't really have to study in life, then you're like me. All of my life, I haven't really studied. But once I went to Panther Prep, I realized that you can't really get away from
Aloha,
studying.
friends, and I'm
You
here to
actually
talk
need to
about
study
how to
or you'll
survive and
fail
thrive in high school.
NWS.
Elementary school
If
is
you
a
don't know,
promise,
a WS
only
is a free draw
consisting
failure.
of two or three
In
different
my
groups.
life, I've had big problems
Middle school is a
studying,
river,
but once I went to
having
Panther
10 to
Prep, the teachers really
15 different
gave a
groups.
lot of useful tips on
Now, we are in high school,
time management.
which is like an
So I
ocean,
realized that you need
having
to have a
hundreds of
strategy.
different groups.
So my strategy is this.
Now,
Once
I
I
will
get
give
back to middle
you
school, I take about an hour
a
or
few
lunch break
suggestions
because I want to
on
revise
how
my
to
all
navigate
through
your
school.
way through this ocean so
Then
you may
after a
graduate.
while, after
How
a
to
while,
survive
I
and
start to
thrive in
study.
high
I
school.
start my homework, or I start to
Personality
study
is
more.
very important.
That's when my
In high
grades
school,
start to
your
increase.
personality determines who your friends are. Early on in the school year, you will discover many other different cliques, and you will most likely begin to gravitate towards a few of them based on your personality. If you do not find friends fast, try to be open-minded to other people's personalities. I guarantee it will help. Making good friends who influence you in a positive way is very helpful in thriving in high school. And to believe this is all because of your personality. Your personality can determine how well you do in class. If you are a quiet, shy person, don't allow that to deter you from asking questions. If you are an inquisitive individual, remember to bite your tongue and only ask questions at the appropriate time. If you are a jock, remember you are not too cool for school. If you do not fit into any of these groups, it's because I cannot find any idioms for your weird personality. P.S. Don't take that offensively. How to survive and thrive in high school. Have you ever heard some instructors talk to you about different learning styles, such as auditory learners and visual learners? Although the instructor may not have been the coolest, the message they delivered was very important. According to school.phillyeducation.com, 40% of students are visual learners. Knowing what type of learner you are is very important if you are going to have success. Now, don't worry if you do not know yet. Just ask your teacher early on in the year how you can find out what type you are. This may sound like a waste of time, but when you are cramming for finals or in class, not understanding what is being taught, you're going to wish you found out. How to survive and thrive in high school. How many of you guys studied at all during middle school? Anyone? I don't blame you. Studying is for geeks and nerds. But when the school year begins, your head will explode if you do not study. Just like you, I never studied in middle school. But in Panther Prep, I just realized I needed to begin studying. Now, I know you guys are thinking, man, I don't know how to study. Well, I have good news for you. I will instruct you on how to become a studying master like yours truly, Alex Robinson. The first step in discovering how you best study, whether that is flashcards or even study guides, it does not matter. You should study in question answer format and only go over small pieces of info at a time. Next, you need to use your study skills. Let me say that again. You need to use your study skills. This may sound obvious, but many people learn how to study, but never use their new knowledge. Last but certainly not least, have good study habits. This includes studying daily because with repetition comes memory. Study even the smallest things like worksheets and quizzes because that will help you. Another good habit is to study in the same area or location because it will become habitual for your mind to switch to study mode in this area. Study when you are most alert, because otherwise you are wasting your time. A great hint is to study for short periods of time and take breaks. The break should be about 10 minutes and take place every 20 to 30 minutes. This keeps your mind interested and focused. This will also keep you from falling asleep like Snoopy over there. The most important tip is to never study with electronics such as cell phones around. Doing this will get rid of a major distraction and will save you time and energy. If you are waiting for a reply from a text, you can always check during your break. I know you might be thinking that you don't have time to study, but that answer leads me into my next main point. Tick tock. Six, time, time management is the analysis of how working hours and school hours are spent and the prioritization of tasks in order to maximize personal efficiency in the workplace or school, according to dictionary.reference.com. This will be a key component in your success from this very moment until after you've kicked the bucket. But for right now, let's discuss time management over the next 4 years. The best way to manage your time is to write all your activities, tests, and or events in a calendar or an agenda book. This way, you can have a visual of your schedule. Remember to schedule study time when you are most alert and when you have access to a certain location. If you're involved in sports or clubs, you will need to schedule study and homework time around games, practices, and meetings. One solution is doing homework or studying on buses to away games. This way, you are studying when alert. Next, it is very important to schedule social or relaxation time. You do not want to become stressed out because are always busy and working. How to survive and thrive in high school. There are many positives and negatives to technology. Technology allows you to conduct research, create and edit documents and presentations, and communicate during group projects. There are downfalls to technology too. Technology can be a distraction during study. It can provide a passageway for drama, and when being used for educational purposes, can malfunction. Research does not only have to be done through technology, but through other sources also. It can be conducted in libraries and through interviews also. How to survive and thrive in high school. Teamwork and leadership will be big in high school. Not all projects will be individual, which means teamwork will become vital. The most important component is participation. Everyone's opinions need to be heard for effective collaboration. In most groups, there is a clear-cut leader, whether it is an assigned or unassigned role. The leader must keep order and sort out any arguments or disputes. How to survive and thrive in high school. The core academic classes needed to graduate are algebra, geometry, world history, biology, English, and speech. All of these classes require a good amount of study time, whether you are taking an honors or a CP class. If you're having trouble in any of these classes, you can go to the Learning Center at your school or set up a time with your teacher. I guarantee your teacher will be willing to help. How to survive and thrive in high school. You will survive high school if you make the right friends, discover your learning style, develop and use good study habits, manage your time well, use technology properly, work well in groups, and obviously pass the core academic classes. I am sorry for wasting a good 10 minutes of your life, but this is Rob Burgundy saying goodbye and so long.